Georgia gives you a $25,000 homestead exemption on your house, but most people don't know how it works with their estate plan, and they're missing out on critical protection. This exemption protects a portion of your home's value from creditors, but it works differently depending on how your property is titled and how your estate plan is structured. Let's start with the basics. The Georgia homestead exemption is $25,000. This means that if you have creditors trying to attach your home, the first $25,000 of equity is protected. If your home is worth $300,000 and you owe $200,000 on your mortgage, you have $100,000 in equity. The homestead exemption protects $25,000 of that home equity. So creditors can potentially attach $75,000 of your equity. But here's where it gets complicated. The homestead exemption only applies to your primary residence. If you own a vacation home or a rental property, the exemption doesn't apply. The exemption also doesn't apply if you're married and your spouse claims it. Only one homestead exemption per household. Now, how does this interact with your estate plan? If you own your home in your individual name, the homestead exemption applies to you. If you own your home in a trust, the homestead exemption might still apply, but you need to make sure the trust is structured correctly. If you own your home as joint tenants with right of survivorship with your spouse, you might have issues with the homestead exemption. Here's another important point. The homestead exemption is automatic in Georgia. You don't have to file anything. It applies automatically when you own a home, but you need to make sure you're claiming it on your property tax returns. If you're over 65 or disabled, you might be eligible for an additional exemption. Let's talk about how this affects your estate plan. If you want to protect your home from creditors, you need to think about how your home is titled. If you own it in your individual name, creditors can potentially attach it. If you own it in a trust, creditors have a harder time attaching it because the trust owns the property, not you personally. Some people use a homestead trust to protect their home. A homestead trust is a trust that owns your home and provides additional creditor protection. But you need to be careful because if you transfer your home into a trust, you might trigger a due on sale clause with your mortgage lender. Here's another consideration. If you own your home and you die, your home goes through probate unless it's in a trust or it's titled as joint tenants with right of survivorship. If it goes through probate, your family might have to wait months to access it. If it's in a trust, your family can access it immediately. There's also the issue of property taxes. If you transfer your home into a trust, you might trigger a reassessment of your property taxes. Georgia has a law that protects homeowners from reassessment when they transfer property into a trust for estate planning purposes. But you need to make sure that you follow the rules. Here's my recommendation. First, understand your homestead exemption. Make sure you're claiming it on your property taxes. Second, think about how your home is titled. If you want to protect it from creditors and avoid probate, consider putting it in a trust. Third, talk to your mortgage lender before transferring your home into a trust. Make sure you're not triggering a due on sale clause. Fourth, work with an estate planning attorney to make sure your home is titled correctly and your trust is structured properly. If you're ready to protect your home and ensure your family doesn't have to go through probate, schedule a free consultation with me. Check the link in the description or visit my YouTube bio to book your appointment. Let's make sure your home is protected the right way.